All right, so I have about 10 minutes to go through all of these signings that I apparently have missed. So let's not waste any time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on notification, comment down below, guys, what you guys want to see next. And we're gonna start off with OKC. They made a few moves already so far. Isaiah Joe has been traded to Detroit to join the Pistons to give him some offensive firepower. Yeah, the Pistons only gave up, I think, a second or 2 seconds or something. Sorry about the angle, by the way. It's not a very good angle. Isaiah Stewart signs a pretty decent deal to stay in OKC, so that's a big deal, right? But Charlotte's made a couple moves as well. Obviously, we talked about the LaMelo Ball trade, but they also made a Miles Bridges trade to Phoenix for Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal. There's a couple picks as well in there. Excuse me. Then we're going to go to Sacramento. Devin Carter from Sacramento is signing with Atlanta Hawks. So that's another young player to join into their growing stockpile of good young players. He's a guard, so it's going to be very interesting to see how he fits in. Then, of course, one that I haven't talked about yet, Memphis sends Ja Morant to Portland. Of course, there's some picks in this trade, and some of the players that were included were Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray, which plays similar to his brother there in Sacramento. What's his name? Keegan Murray. That's the one. Similar to his brother. Another big-time trade. The Clips trade Kawhi Leonard to Toronto for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, adding to their young talent that they have stockpiled in the back, including Benedict Mathurin, who is Darius Garland, all that group, right? Tim Hardaway Jr. leaves Denver for Miami. So that's something that I was thinking might happen to add to their shooters that are going to be around Bam and Giannis. So that's a very good thing that happened. And OKC, we're back with OKC again. What is it? Brandon Carlson gets sent to Portland. Keon Ellis, who played with the Cavs part of last year, is going to Brooklyn. So that's another young piece. Their stockpile of young guards. It's going to be interesting to see how they fit as well. There's way too many guards getting traded and thrown everywhere. Luke Kennard signs a deal with the Phoenix Suns. That's going to be something interesting. I don't know what they're planning on doing. They have a bunch of not young, but they have a bunch of guards. They have a bunch of wing players. It's going to be interesting how they fit everybody together. Yeah, I don't know what they're planning over there in Phoenix, but it is going to be an interesting one. The Cleveland Cavaliers. Dean Wade has signed with the Philadelphia 76ers. Yeah, that's another one that I'm iffy about. They need bigs, yes, but after they traded Jared McCain, I mean, I don't know what direction they're going. Then Bogdan Bogdanovic is going to Houston, as well as Marcus Smart. They both got signed around the same time to Houston. So that's going to be around Kevin Durant, Alperen Şengün, Amen Thompson, because we don't know if there is going to be a Kevin Durant trade. I think there should be because of everything he's done for them, causing a bunch of chaos. But right now there is no trade in the talks, or there is talks about trades, but he hasn't been traded yet. So just bank on him being back in Houston for at least a little bit of time next year. Clippers forward John Collins is going to Detroit. Again, another piece for them to add to their offensive firepower. Because as y'all all know, Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham needed help scoring last year, and he didn't get any of that in the playoffs. John Collins is a scoring forward, and Isaiah Joe is, of course, a lockdown shooter. So that's going to be great for him. And I know that there were talks about Jalen Duren going to LA, but we're going to see that might not actually happen, especially with what we talked about earlier with Sandro and Walker Kessler going to LA. Then you have Norman Powell, Miami Heat's Norman Powell, which was actually surprisingly not on their top players to keep. Yeah, now he's in Chicago. So I think that was just one of them that he was getting a bag there. He's going to go over there because, yeah, they're a good young team, but I don't think they're going to be competing for anything, especially with him in the starting lineup. Then Boston's Nikola Vucevic is going back to Orlando after leaving them, getting traded, in 2019? To Chicago, actually. So yeah, it's gonna be a good welcome back for him. But he's gonna be coming in a different role. He's not gonna be the star of the team anymore. He's gonna be probably gonna be an older mentor to Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero. Then you have Mike Conley Jr. leaving Minnesota. That breaks my heart, by the way. He's going to Boston. And you know what? I'll skip this next one just so I can talk about it. Mitchell Robinson is also going to Boston as well. So New York loses a great defensive player, and I think Mike Conley's just trying to get a ring. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be based off of health this year, especially because we don't know what's going to happen to Jaylen Brown. I know that there's a deal that was floated between Denver and Boston. I don't know what that's going to happen. It might be happening right now. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, that's what's going on right now. We'll see what happens with Boston. It all depends on that trade, I think, is where they're going to end up in the standings. But then now let's go back. Orlando's Mo Wagner is going to Brooklyn now. I think that's another one where it was the bag was bigger than what Orlando would give, especially because his brother is in Orlando. So I think that was part of it, was there was going to be more money there in Brooklyn than it was going to be if he signed back with Orlando. So I don't blame him one bit. I don't blame him for going for the bag, especially because he can now be more of a veteran presence. Even though he is in his prime, he's going to be more of a veteran presence for this Brooklyn Nets team who's still rebuilding. So it's going to be interesting. And then last but not least, Quentin Grimes and Colin Sexton are both going to LA. Now, this is another one where I'm like, I don't know what exactly is going on, because what I think that what the Lakers should be doing is trying to get bigger, since they already have two fairly decent-sized guards, right? Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. They have, They have their center, Walker Kessler. You have a pretty decent power forward who has shown the ability to be a two-way player, but he's mostly a defensive player. Sorry about that. I am in my kitchen. That's not my stuff, by the way, up there. That's somebody else's. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting signing, right? Colin Sexton, he's a great scorer. Quentin Grimes has showed the ability to score off the bench. So this is going to be an interesting thing that they're going to be working with. And I think that this is going to be a well-built team around Luka. Now, I think they're going to have to make a move forward, maybe trading with Dallas again, right? Let's see if he can get a PJ Washington back. Let's see if he can get, somebody, another big that he's played with that can still put in some work, right? I know that Dwight Howard still wants to come back to the NBA. I don't think he should, but that might be somebody you were looking out for, right? On a very, very low vet minimum, right? If there's even a little spot left in the to sign a free agent later on this season. So, there's options for every single team right now. I didn't say that Harrison Barnes signed back. I didn't say it's people who signed back to their original teams besides Isaiah Hartenstein. But yeah, I mean, this offseason is going by way too quick for me. There's too much going on for me personally, and to be commenting on everything going on. So, guys, I'm going to try my best, I promise, and I'll do a free agent thing about everything that happened during the offseason, like I did last year, but I'm actually going to finish it because I'm not going to condense myself up to 30 days because I don't have that kind of time. So, just so everybody knows, that's what's happened so far. I think this is a little over 24 hours later. So, yes, a lot has happened, and I think a lot's going to happen over the coming days, especially going and waiting to see what happens with Jaylen Brown. I think that's what people are waiting for, is what's going to happen with Jaylen Brown, and then we'll see what happens after that. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment, love guts, what you guys want to see next. And, yeah, make sure to check out my other videos talking more in depth about other things NBA. Peace out.